Hello guys, how are you doing? My name is Urala and you're on my channel. Welcome and welcome back. As you have guessed, today I was speaking about the GCUB application. Now it is important for you to note that GCUB application and the regular self-prepared's application to Brazilian universities are two different applications. Okay, so it's like Shivning for UK and all those other scholarships that are run by an organization or the government. Okay, so this is not the official CLP or the other application to Brazilian universities that we all know or that I usually talk about. GCUB has come to help countries in the entire five continents to get admission into Brazilian university. So it's not limited to some parts and then advantage to some parts. It is open to everyone all over the world to apply: Canada, US, German, Africa, Europe, Asia, anywhere you are around the world and you're watching this video, you are eligible to apply if you intend to study in Brazilian universities for masters and PhD. Okay guys, so as I've told you earlier, application opens today, right? Yes. So as at now, this is 7:30 a.m. in Brazil and the application link is not yet out. Okay, so luckily by the time I upload this video, it might have come out, but anyways, you'll be finding it in the description of this video. Okay guys, I'm going to be speaking to you guys about the application, how to the process and every other information you'll be needing. Okay, so in order for it to go smoothly, I have arranged a document from them and I'm going to be reading it out for you guys so that we can be very clear on the application. Okay, all right guys, without wasting much of your time, let's get into this. So I have gotten documentation. I'll send you the link as well if you want to read, but I would like to go through with it with you guys in case you have some problems understanding some of the wordings, or if you have any help, just to put you guys through. So let's go. The International Cooperation Group of Brazilian University, and they've continued their traditional scholarship program for international students interested in pursuing master's or doctorate degree offered by GCUB Associated Brazilian University, supporting students from five continents. About the GCUB, you can read that on your own. Let's get into the major stuff. Okay, the general provision. The call is intended to regulate. The summary here is that you must be a candidate that wants to pursue master's or doctorate degree. Title that you obtain will have official validity in the Federative Republic of Brazil, and the diploma recognition procedures in other countries are responsibility of you that you're applying. So you be the school that you went to for masters or PhD, they cannot guarantee or assume responsibility for these procedures. Okay, so the scholarship awarded in accordance with current Brazilian regulation and legislation does not establish an employment or commercial relationship between this GCUB, the school that you get admission to, and you yourself, the candidate, meaning that they do not guarantee you in like employment. You are just coming here to study. Let's see the language. The candidates, you must observe the language requirements of the graduate programs for which you apply. Okay, which is obviously going to be Portuguese, but you'll be able to click on the link when I send you this link on the description of this video. So before the defense of your dissertation or the thesis, all the selected candidates must prove at least an intermediate level of Portuguese through certification at the discretion of the host university, meaning that before you defend your project, you will need to show a certificate that you can speak Portuguese at an intermediate level, meaning that as you are studying, if you got masters to study law, as you're studying law, you are going to be studying Portuguese side by side, and you must pass it. The calendar, approximate start date of this master's and doctorate program, according to the academic calendar of each of the university, is most likely going to be in March. But when I send you the link, you'll be able to access it. The approximate duration of masters and this doctorate program that you want to apply for masters up to 24 months, and for doctorate up to 48 months. Okay, the length of support and the types that you'll be getting as a student here in Brazil. During the period of stay in Brazil, each of you that are selected will receive exemption from paying tuition fee. That means you will not be paying school fees, okay? But you'll be paying for other things, probably books and other things, but you will not be paying tuition fee. Okay, you'll be exempted from monthly or annual academic fee. Okay, that's the same thing. Number two is scholarship, is the same thing as well, not paying tuition and scholarship, same thing. Okay, but aside from that, scholarship for them, they'll be giving you monthly stipend. For master students, I've told you earlier, is 1,500 reais. Calculate it in dollars, is about 200. No, it's about 400 for, let's say 400, $450 monthly. And then for doctors it's like 2,000. I say like 500 plus monthly dollars monthly. Okay, so the first 150 candidates that are chosen in this application, who are members of the countries of the Organization of American States. Your countries are not there. Okay, if you are in Africa, if you're an African, your countries are not there. This Organization of American States are Latin Americas: Ecuador, Chile, Peru. This link right here will be able to take you there to show you if your country is there, if you are a Southern American citizen. Okay, Latin American basically. So if you are from there, you'll be entitled to receive an additional 1,200 US dollars. Okay, that's a lot. Wow. To receive this allowance, the student must be in Brazil, enrolled at the university, and must comply to the requirements of items in 2, 3, 4. If you're an African or European, you'll be getting student permit, okay, student temporary visa. Selected candidates must send the necessary documentation to GCUB within 45 days after the enrollment of the host universities, or you lose your scholarship. You'll be able to access the university's restaurant for free. Okay, because I've told you guys I usually give them lunch for free in universities. So when it's time for lunch, you go to lunch and you eat. You go to the dining hall and eat. Access to classes, yeah, classroom, libraries, laboratories, since that's what you're coming to do, to study. So you have access to their equipment. If you're selected, you must be able to support yourself financially in the period between your arrival in Brazil and the first payment from the scholarship. That means that when you get into Brazil and you start, probably you got admission in March, and then you start your you will arrive in Brazil in March, and then you start taking lectures. It might not be immediately that much they will start to pay you. So that's what this one is saying now, that you must be able to support yourself financially from when you arrive in Brazil and until the first payment they make. Okay. The candidate must seek with the host university information on the grant implementation calendar. So you must reach out to your university to know when the grant is starting, the calendar for payment. Application requirements, the main reason for this video: submit an individual scholarship application in either Portuguese, English, Spanish, or French. My dear, I advise you in Portuguese, but in English, make sure that you are correct, because the people that will be checking the English are not English speakers. So make sure that if you're using UK English or US English, make sure that you do not mix them together and that your spellings are correct, everything is correct, because whoever is going to be checking you out or checking your application will not be an English speaker. They will be Portuguese, Spanish, or French speaker, and they will be picking out what they don't understand and take it as an error, or maybe they speak British English and they majorly don't even speak British English. They speak USA English. So if you are a British speaker and then you are making, mixing it up, you will confuse this person. That's why I'm advising, go for Portuguese, okay? But if you don't want to go for Portuguese, go for English as well, or Spanish, or even French. All right. Be a citizen of the state that maintains a diplomatic relationship in Brazil, not having a Brazilian nationality. So if you're a permanent resident in Brazil, refugee in Brazil, what else? Brazilian citizen, you cannot apply. This is strictly for international students. If you're already in Brazil with Brazilian documents, you cannot apply, unfortunately. Be in good health condition, physically and mentally. Okay, be able to finance extra expenses not covered by this scholarship. Your airfare, visa processing, international medical insurance for the entire period of stay. You will need medical insurance for your entire period of stay, and other maintenance expenses in excess of funds that exceed the amount described in number 2B. Okay, so if the money, because 1,500 reais is just for maintenance, it's for young students, do you understand? So that's why I was saying that if you're coming with family, if you're coming with child, if you're even coming with your child, I still understand, because whatever you're eating is what your child will eat. But with husband, with children that are above 18, you have to find an alternative to earn money, and you cannot work, but probably you can own a business, or if you're selling something in your country before, you know just make sure that you have alternative for financial provision. Indicate the level that you applied for. When you're applying, make sure that you indicate for masters or doctorate. Submit your graduate diploma regardless of the degree that you had before. Make sure that you submit your past transcript, your past BSc and BA transcript. Okay, if you fail to comply with these requirements, the result of the enrollment will not be carried out for you. You are encouraged to enroll up to 5 master's or doctorate program for different universities, preferable from different regions in Brazil. Let me explain this part for you. So if you're applying for masters now, there's UFRJ, there's UERJ, there's USP, there's USP, there's ABC, there's Brasilia University. Pick universities from different regions. If you're even coming to study somewhere, what you need to do first of all is to even go and check their map, check their regions, check their map. Okay, when you check the map, pick universities from different regions. They have up to like 5 or 4 regions, 6 regions between these numbers. Pick one university from each, or they have 5. Pick one university from each of the regions: north, south, east, west, central. Pick one, okay, from Rio. Let's say Rio, Sao Paulo, they are in the south, for example. Pick one of the university from one of these two. Go to the north, pick one university from the north. Go to the west, pick one university from the west. Not that you be picking 5 university from south, 5 4, you understand what I'm saying? Or pick 5 university from north. Pick because where you want to go to is University of Sao Paulo. Hey, I want to go to is the best university in Latin America, or Rio de Janeiro is, but they are in the same region and you are picking them. You've already, even if you have the best essay, you've already failed with instructions. So listen to these instructions very, very well. Okay, so application is exclusive through online application. Okay, online form. You must insert the following documents in PDF format: your passport or your national ID card. National ID card, obviously, if you are from Latin America. If you are from other countries, other continents, use your passport, please. Your CV, your copy, okay, for masters, your diploma, certificate of completion of university study. That's your transcript, okay, or your certificate that you finished from university. For doctorate candidates, diploma or a degree certificate that shows that you have done masters and that you have done bachelor's degree. Okay, so for each of the programs, what you need to do is submit 2 essays. Listen to the specification. New Time Roman. Don't go and use italics or another font. Okay, Time New Roman, size 12, line space of 1.5 and margin top bottom 2.5. If you attended Unilag or any good university in Nigeria, when you were doing your project, you will remember that this was the same thing you did. Okay, but if you don't attend a good university in Nigeria, now you know what to do. Okay, you must follow these requirements. It's not even about what you write. You must follow all these things judiciously. Your essay, the first, I told you, you write your essay. The first essay, you are expected to write your academic expectation and interest.